In this Tower Fantasy video, we're going to talk about who's better for support, Coco or Zero. I have both weapons at 1 star, and recently I did a bunch of operations with each just to see which one was more helpful to my teams. Now, if you're new here, please hit the sub button if you like Tower Fantasy and Genshin Impact-like games, and don't forget to like this video. Alright, so off the bat, I can tell you that both of these weapons, Zero and Coco, are not standalone healers. If you're going into an operation with other people, friends, or randoms, and you choose to be the healer, yeah, one of these by themselves is not the way, though I can say with certainty that if you only go in with one of these as your main option for healing, it's definitely Coco who is going to be the better solo healer. Now, what I suggest and what you're seeing in this video is to go in with 2 heals. My main healer is always most certainly going to be Nemesis because I have her first awakening that allows her electrodes to throw heals to allies within range, and I'm close to getting her second awakening, which increases that effect. Now, Nemesis by herself is not going to ensure the safety of all players on your team, though she is better for the job than both Coco or Zero. As a backup support character, using the Pepper chipset that grants you faster weapon charge using Zero is good because at 1 star his attacks throw out healing orbs that your teammates can choose to pick up. The problem with this is, and what I've seen with my own eyes, is that players on my teams that are low health either refuse to pick up these orbs or they just don't see them. Either way, the heals are not automatic for everyone. Now, if there is someone on your team who is melee DPSing the boss, those orbs will spawn fairly close to the boss, and that melee DPS has no choice in most cases but to pick them up. A plus to this is that those orbs spawn pretty frequently. The actual text reads, deal damage and produce a healing orb which lasts for 20 seconds and restores HP of any teammate who picks it up equal to 60% of attack, 2-second cooldown. That 2-second cooldown is awesome, so you can keep producing these orbs while building weapon charge. Which the charge happens pretty fast with the Pepper chipset, so with my present healer build using Zero and Nemesis together, I can quickly switch it back to Nemesis and make sure my teammates can get Nemesis dodge heals. The other unique thing about Zero is that his weapon can produce a shield with a shield strength based on how many cubes he currently has floating around him. He produces his best shield obviously when he has max cubes, and whenever you use his discharge skill, he instantly gains max cubes, so it's a benefit to keep his discharge handy whenever your team is low and they need instant protection. This is super beneficial to a support team that uses Nemesis because ultimately with Nemesis being main heal, you want her weapons out as much as possible, being able to utilize her dodge healing while having Zero shield as an option. Now, over on the flip side, talking about Coco, Coco is an SSR healer and her main job is to heal. Her 1st star advancement gives her an extra dodge skill that creates a healing bee that follows the user and heals the ally singular with the lowest percentage of HP within 15 meters. It heals for 25% of attack and restores 50 weapon charge each time and lasts for 25 seconds with a 25-second cooldown. Not gonna lie to you, to me this sounds garbage. I might be delusional while writing this script, but looking at this on paper and thinking about situations and operations that I've been in that require my character to heal not just myself but the whole team, what's this going to do but give one person a little bit of heals while everyone else is still suffering? I don't know, let me know what you think down in the comments, but as far as 1-star advancements go, Zero has Coco beat. But that's not to say that Zero has Coco beat all the way around the board. Coco has dodge charging, something that Zero does not. Whenever Coco uses a dodge skill, she restores 75 weapon charge. That's huge, especially if you use the Pepper chipset like I am. This means that discharge buildup happens twice as fast with Coco, and you can quickly get back to Nemesis after switching to Coco. Now, the big thing that Coco has over Zero as a healer, not just support, is she comes with 2 healing abilities, a skill and a discharge. Her skill creates a healing zone that moves with the Wanderer and heals allies for 95% of attack every 0.5 seconds for 6 seconds with a 60-second cooldown. This is good, but you still will run into the problem of teammates escaping your heals when they are low. It's not as bad with Coco because you can literally follow your teammates around or go to whoever is weak. In a few runs, I did see players actually come towards me to receive healing, which was very helpful. Now, I just want to say I don't have any Coco awakening points as of the making of this video, but her 1st awakening actually increases her healing output by 20%. Zero's awakening, which I have both of, shortens relic cooldown time. This is great for dealing damage, but not much else until they produce more relics that are helpful to the team in a support role. Coco's discharge skill, Swift Deliverance, is a huge burst heal, but it only affects nearby Wanderers, meaning that if you want it to be a back row healer, you can't. you have to be up in the fight and risking getting hit or destroyed. Now, this isn't really likely to happen all that much, but it does happen, and if you go down, then the whole team might get wiped, especially if you are the team's only healer. I usually get in and get out with her heals whenever I see a teammate's health bar dip a little low. Now, with all of this being said, which one is the better support, which one's the better healer? The answer I found is kind of complicated. For me, it depends on the particular fight. In a fight with a group of mobs, both are equally as good, though I think Zero is slightly better because his orbs will go out at random, and while teammates are fighting it out for top DPS or whatever, they're always picking up the orbs either by choice or by accident, so they are always getting heals. In this situation, Coco literally has to go to the players to get a heal off every 60 seconds or whenever someone triggers a Fantasia. In a boss fight where the enemy is constantly moving, both kind of suck for this, but Coco is more effective because as the boss moves, so too must you and your allies move, and Zero's healing orb spawning in a location where the boss isn't anymore is practically useless unless players actually go pick them up, which again, in my experience, players just don't. You guys gotta pick up those orbs, man. At least with Coco, you can fight with the team and provide heals on the move with her skill. Her discharge kind of sucks here too because it is a stationary heal. It doesn't move, or at least I don't think it moves. I might be delusional, I might be faded, let me know in the comments. Now, Zero's discharge on a moving boss fight isn't much better, but you can find the melee DPS who needs his shield more than others, and more than likely other teammates will be close enough to get the shield as well. On a boss fight where the boss doesn't move or doesn't move as much, both are good, but Coco is the clear winner because her abilities just throw more heals, and ultimately the goal of a support character is to keep their teammates alive. Zero's healing orbs do really well in this situation, but only for melee DPS who really has no choice but to get the orbs. They do little to help back row DPS who get smacked by something random. I'm going to say that while I personally like Zero way more than Coco, Coco is a better choice for backup heals with Nemesis as well as solo healer. She has better options than Zero, though Zero works really well as a combat healer, a character who wants to be in the fight and not just sit on the outside. What do you think? After hearing my thoughts on this topic, do you think Coco is a better healer too, or are you with Team Zero? Let me know down in the comments. My name is Ventus. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out.